Mr. Postman, look and see. Is there a letter in your bag for me? Ha ha! Hey! What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Junior's World of Soul. I am back with the new video, y'all. This video is going to be so special. I am so excited to be recording this video. As y'all can hear, I came in with the marvelous Please Mr. Postman, their classic legendary song. This actually was the first #1 song from Motown to hit #1 on the Billboard chart. So that's legendary. That's why I had to come in with this song. But I came in with this song because this video is all about Hitsville, USA, aka Motown Records. Last weekend, y'all, I had the pleasure of going to the Motown Museum with my brother Sincere, and let me tell y'all, it was a life-changing experience. It was amazing. It was dope. So y'all know I had to get on this camera and tell y'all about the experience and even give y'all a little scoop on my trip when I went to Michigan to go visit my family. It was amazing. It was dope. So let's sit back. Let me take y'all to Hitsville and get y'all drinks ready because I got mine. And we gonna jam to some classes because I'm coming with it with this video, y'all. I am so excited to record this video. So I'm going to start with this song right here so we can get a little bit into this video. And here we go. Turn it up a little bit. Y'all hear it? Woo! Sound good, don't it? Don't it? I'm starting y'all good off the break. But now this whole trip came together was because I decided to visit my brother Sincere in Michigan because he is my twin. I call him my twin when it comes to music, when it comes to life. We just connected and it's just dope, and I love that guy so much. And I told him, okay, so if I come to Michigan, yo, I definitely want to go to the Motown Museum. And he was like, bro, come on now. He was like, yo, that's an hour away from me, but it's all good. We can do that. So I'm like, cool. So I booked my ticket. Everything is set. Everything's copacetic. So fast forward to the week I'm about to leave. I'm so excited. I'm happy. Mind y'all, it's been on my mind. Like, I have taken mad trips this year, but this one I was so excited because I was first going to meet my brother, and then secondly, I was going to the Motown Museum. Now, y'all know from my videos and how, you know, as many videos as I've done talking about, you know, soul music, y'all understand that Motown is like a big part of my life because before then, you know, my grandparents are from the South, so they like a lot of that deep South, and we're talking about Joe Simon and Betty Wright and, you know, James Brown and Roy C. and a lot of these. And, you know, my grandfather loved Sam Cooke and Jackie Wilson and all that, but they liked Motown, but they wasn't really, oh my God, Motown. And I started really getting into it when my mom went to South Carolina to go to school. And, you know, she is a big Motown head. She loves Motown. So that was getting blasted in my ears starting at 5 and 6 when I really, really started to connect to music. So going here was just a surreal moment for me. So, you know, I was going crazy, and that's why, you know, I was just so happy to be going to Motown. And again, you know, Motown is very important to me because a Motown song is actually my first song that I ever learned by heart. Like, that is this Motown song is literally the first Motown song that I've ever learned, knew all the words to at 5 years old. That's how much my mom was playing Motown around the house, and I finally caught on and I got the words. Man, I probably knew this song better than I did my schoolwork. That shows you how much I love music, you know what I mean? So this is the song that really, really changed everything for me. And it goes a little something like this. Pretty flowers would grow, whatever you want, honey. And over your hair would be the bluest sky. And I'd take every drop of rain And wash all your troubles away. Woo! Love that joint. Oh my God. First song I ever learned. So, like I said, I'm so hyped to go to Motown. Yo, I was telling everybody at my job, I was listening to Motown music at the job. Had my headphones on, blasting Motown. I was telling my coworkers, like, yo, I'm going to the Motown Museum. I was so excited just to tell everybody. I was just so happy. So we fast forward to Thursday. And it's time for me to go. I'm getting into that flavor. I'm like, this is really happening. I get to the airport. You know, I'm chilling, talk to my, my friends, letting them know how excited I am. You know, I was letting my mom how excited I was to go visit the Motown Museum. And she was like, oh, you're going to have a good time. And everything is everything. So, I get to the Flint airport, right? And this is the first time I get to see my brother that I call my twin. Now, we have done podcasts with each other. We talk to each other all the time. We talk to each other daily. We text, we FaceTime, but we've never been with each other in the flesh. So, when I saw him, well, he snuck up on me because I'm trying to find him, and he snuck up on me, and I just hugged him, and it was just an emotional moment because, it was like I'm meeting somebody that I kind of call myself. We kind of see ourselves in each other, and it was just an amazing feeling to see him. So, for me, if y'all don't know me by now, because y'all going to know a lot about JR in this video, is that when something happens in my life or anything that, is about to happen or anything, a song pops in my head. So, throughout this video, there's going to be songs that's going to be popping into my head explaining the whole moment so y'all can kind of understand. So, when when I finally met Sin and we met each other and we hugged in an emotional moment, of course, a song comes in my head. And of course, since I'm in the D and I'm, about to hit up Motown Museum, of course, Motown music enters my head. And this is the song that entered my head after me and my brother finally saw each other in the flesh, face to face. And here we go. Wonderful one. Hey, oh God. Woo. So after that, and after that song comes in my head and we have our emotional moment and everything is good and everything is copacetic, I was like, look, bro, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. And he was like, yo, I'm going to take you to freaking burger. And now I know he's probably laughing when he's watching this because he loves the way I say burger. And he makes it, and he kind of makes fun of the way I say it. I don't know why, but that's just a joke between us. But it's just I was like, I want a burger. So he was like, all right, I'm going to take you to freaking burger in Flint. So we driving around, and I'm literally in the Motor City. This is crazy. I'm here. And he's just driving me around and showing me everything. So we finally get to freaking burger, y'all. And let me tell y'all, those burgers is on point, y'all. So we order, we chill, we sit down, we waiting for our food. So our food comes. Y'all, when I get that burger, that buffalo chicken, and that margarita, everything is all right with me, for real, because now I got my belly full, I got me a good little drink, frozen margarita, you know what I'm saying, after getting off the plane and doing all that, you know what I'm saying, I was ready to party, let's get down, you know what I'm saying, so now I done got my food, I'm ready, so now, of course, what happens? A Stevie Wonder song pops in my head. I'm like, why am I thinking about this song, but it's obviously because I'm cool and I'm all right. This song pops in my head. And it goes a little something like this. Here we go. I hope y'all ready to jam. Uptight, clean out of sight. Woo! Yeah! So that just letting me know the song is in my head. I'm like, okay, I'm going to be all right. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. My bro got me something to eat. I'm good to go. You know what I'm saying? What we doing? What we doing? Let's go. I'm ready to do this. So then we sit down, we talking, whatever. And he was like, yo, bro, we about to visit my family. My mother and my father, because, you know, they like 10 minutes away. Cut the music. I get nervous. I get very nervous because it's not the fact that we're meeting his parents, but you know when you're meeting your friend's parents for the first time, you want them to like you. And sometimes you don't know what you're going to get. You know what I'm saying? But in me and my brother's relationship, we talk about each other to our friends, our family, so they know us. But like I said, to be in the flesh of them and finally, excuse me, them meeting you, it's like, oh boy, I started getting, excuse me, y'all, I started getting nervous. I was like, oh no, like, ooh, and he was looking at me, and he could tell I'm getting nervous. He like, bro, everything's good. Like, why are you getting nervous? They know you. Everything is good. I'm like, yeah, they might know me, but I'm still nervous. You know what I'm saying? So we sitting there, and we about to leave, and, you know, we're driving, and of course the song pops in my head because I'm nervous now. Now I'm nervous, and I guess I need me a song to kind of not cool me down, but kind of ease the tension or ease whatever thing that I'm feeling, this nervousness that I got. So I'm like, all right, let me chill. And of course the song pops in my head, and I was like, okay, good. This was at ease. It puts me at ease. And this was it. While we riding, mind you, he's playing music, but this song is in my head. You know what I mean? And it kind of put me at ease, ready to meet his parents. And it goes a little something like this. Standing by, love is here, standing by. Woo! So it's like, all right, after that, I know I got love that's gonna, you know, I'm about to get some love, you know what I mean? So that kind of eased the nervousness on down, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, so Sin pulls up to his parents' house, the garage door opens, and there's mom and dad, and they standing there, and we get out the car, and mom Alicia hugs me and says, my other son, JR, how you doing? Everything. Y'all, that hug felt so warm, and it was just so dope, and it was just like, oh my God. It's like the love she gave me, it felt so epic, and it felt real. Like, it was so real, and I never forget that first hug. And it was like, it just like, I didn't want to let go because it was like, wow, she's showing me this love, and it's so genuine, and it felt so dope. And by then, I really started to ease down because the nervousness was gone. So after, you know, we hug or whatever, you know, then Pops Keith is like, hey, you look familiar. And we start laughing because it shows that he watched my videos, because Sin sends him my videos and he watches them. So when he said, hey, you look familiar, it was like a joke, and we laughed, and it definitely broke the ice. And then we hugged, and once I knew that we hugged and they made me feel so welcome and warm, I was like, everything is alright, uptight, out of sight. Hey baby, everything is alright, uptight. I was like, okay, I'm good. I am good now. You know what I mean? So we chill. We sit down, we start talking, you know, they getting to know me, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like they see me in the flesh, so they're asking me questions, and we're back and forth with each other, and I'm asking them questions about job and what we do and work and all this kind of stuff, just having great conversation. So, after that, you know, Mama's like, well, what y'all gonna do tomorrow? And Sin was like, well, I'm going to take bro to the Motown Museum. And Mom was like, well, oh, really? Well, you have never taken us? And I'm like, looking like, uh-oh. And of course, a song pops in my head because I'm like, uh-oh, Sin is in trouble. And he was like, well, Mom, we went to the Motown show, you know, and I was like, in my mind, I'm like, no, it wasn't in my mind. I told Mom, I was like, Mom, don't feel bad, because my best friend Nikita took her parents to the Motown review, and she didn't tell me about it. So I understand how mom was feeling about Sin not taking them, and Nikita didn't take me. Nikita, you still owe me to take me to the Motown review. I know it was for your parents, but you know I love Motown too. You could have hooked me up. But anyway, but the song was popping in my head. I was like, uh-oh. And this was the song that popped in my head, and I said, uh-oh. And here we go. Nowhere to hide, got nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, nowhere to ooh. So, mind you, I'm like, Sid, you can't run from this, brother. You got to explain why you ain't take moms or whatever. But then, you know, we all started laughing because she was joking. Everything was, you know, we was having a good time and everything was cool. And, she was like, you know, I would love to go, but she said it's crazy because I literally live like 15 to 20 minutes away from, you know, Hitsville and everything. And, you know, for me, I'm sitting there and I'm like, whoa. I wanted to start asking questions. I wanted to be like, Ma, how did it feel? What did the thing? And ask her every question that I could, because I'm like, you were there in the action when it was happening. How did it feel? What was going on? And I knew I couldn't because it was a Thursday, and you know, mom and dad had to work, and I would have been there all night. They would have been like, JR, we got to go to work. It's time you leave. You know what I'm saying? So, but Mama Alicia, I'm going to get you when I see you. I'm going to ask you some questions because I want to feel like I was there. I need the stories from you. So, you know, I'm going to get you when I see you the next time I see you, which will be very soon. But, you know, that was just a dope, you know, moment. But, you know, Pops was there, you know what I'm saying? He was there, but he's a DJ, and he's a lover of soul music. So when we was talking about Motown, he was rocking with it, you know what I'm saying? But he starts talking about Philly soul, and, you know, Sin is like, well, you know, my dad loves Philly soul, and he was like, JR, didn't you do a video on Philly soul? And I was like, yeah, my top 7 songs, and, you know, I did the video, and I got put on the spot, and I couldn't even think of the 7 songs, which I feel so bad, but, you know, he was like, yeah, I watched it, and he was like, yeah, I like those too, and it was back and forth. And then the one thing I really loved that Pop said with this whole Motown and Philly thing, when he was like, you know, he felt like Motown started it, but he felt like Philly took it to a whole nother level. And I was like, yo, that's crazy, you know what I'm saying? Because he loves Philly soul so much, and it's like, you know, the congregation that I talk about in some of the videos, you know how we all a group and we get together, we just jam out, talk about music and everything. And it's just brothers that love music so much. And, you know, Kill Big Bro asked us, yo, what is, you know, like your favorite producers and things like that. And one of the brothers was like, yo, what's his name? Gamble and Huff. I'm sorry, Gamble and Huff. And I was like, and he was like, yo, Gamble and Huff with the Philly sound is crazy. So for Pops to say that and for somebody else to say that, I was like, yo, respect on that. But me and Moms was like, well, no, we like Motown better. You know what I'm saying? Me and Moms Alicia was going like, dog, we Motown. And, you know, Sid is like, well, they're both neck and neck. And Pops is like, they neck and neck too. But, you know, Philly soul, he kind of gives the edge to. You know what I'm saying? And that doesn't take the love away just because I love Motown so much. Doesn't take away from Philly soul, because if y'all know by now with my videos, my favorite group is the OJs, and they were part of the Philly sound. So, you know, even though Motown, I love Motown to death, and it's a big part of my life, so is Philly soul. So I understood it, you know what I mean? So, but the conversation was just so dope. It wasn't even a Motown verse Philly thing. It was just like how both of the sounds changed music, and it was just a dope conversation. I didn't want it to end, you know what I mean? But it was all good. But I know I'm talking about Motown and all that good stuff, but I gotta do this one for my pops. Keith, gotta do it for him. And I know when he hear this song, he's probably gonna bug out. And it goes a little something like this. Here we go. Hey, woo, bless my soul about you. Woo. I'm sorry, I had to play that for Pops, yo. I had to play that because he asked me if I knew the song, and I know I heard it before, but I didn't know it. But now that I have it, I'll be playing it like crazy, Pops. So I had to throw that in there for a dedication to you. So it's all good. But you know, so it was time to leave. It was time to roll out. Sam was like, yo, we got to go to the house. We got to go see wifey. You know what I mean? So I was like, all right, cool. So we driving and we just talking about the conversations that I just had with his mom and pop and telling them they just so warm and I love them. And, you know, everything was just so, the love was there. So we get to the house and we walk in and my sister Todd is there, his wife. And we hug, and just like I said, y'all, the love is overflowing. It was crazy. You know, me and her started talking, and, you know, then she was like, yo, I got a surprise for y'all. I want to take y'all somewhere. So she took us to this 90s adult-only arcade that had, like, all the 90s games. NBA Jam, Street Fighters, you know, what else they had? Donkey Kong, and all the pinball machines, and it was 90s, and it was adults only. Like, it was dope, yo. Like, for real. And one thing, the drinks was good and they were strong. You hear me? Like, we was lit up in there. It was just a dope time, for real. So with all that, we were on the way back home because I'm gonna get the Motown, y'all. I'm getting there, but I gotta gradually get y'all there. So we on the way home, and you know, sis throws in Sin's music, and we rocking to it, saying words and going back and forth, and it was just a dope thing. And check out my bro Sin. He has a new album coming out entitled The Demo. Let me tell y'all something. My brother's coming for people next. Real hip hop. Be ready for that. A plug for you, bro. But so, you know, it's kind of late. We kind of get home. You know what I'm saying? It's time to turn it down because it's kind of late. We tired. You know, I flew all day and, you know, they worked and all this kind of stuff. So it was time to put it down for the night. So before I go to sleep, of course, a song pops into my head because the love is overflowing. Everything is good. I'm having such a good time, you know, and this song pops into my head, and this was a good song to go to sleep on. So here it is. And it goes a little something like this. Here we go. Yeah, baby, ooh, how sweet it is to be loved by you. Woo, yes, baby, yes, sir. Just to feel love when you come into a place that you don't know and they giving you so much love and it's genuine and it ain't no fraudulent stuff. The love is so genuine. That popped into my head. So for me, that was a good song to go to sleep by. And everything was good for my first day in Michigan on my way to the Motown Museum. So we wake up Friday. It's Motown Day. It is Motown Day. The sun is shining. I'm hyped. I'm about to see this place where all many of my idols' greatest hits is at, where they stood, everything. I'm like so excited. And you know, as I always say, when something good is about to happen or anything is happening or anything, a song pops into my head. And waking up to sunshine and all that good stuff, this song pops into my head. And it goes a little something like this. Woo. Don't you wanna go out? Now one more time, yeah. Going to a go, everybody's go to a go, baby, come on now. Do that jerk for y'all. Come on. Woo! Yes, yo, so that's what, you know, where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? It's like the sun is shining, everything is beautiful, you know, so me and bro both get up. He was like, yo, I'm about to take you to Texas de Brazil in Detroit first before we go to Motown. And I'm like, oh, okay. Because he was like, I know you love lamb chop. Now, If you know me, I love lamb chops to death. Anybody that know you will tell you my favorite meat is lamb chops. So you telling me, you taking me to a spot that has lamb chops. And if you don't know Texas de Brazil, if you, I guess in the New Jersey or Maryland area, it's like our Foco de Chao. And it's like, they serve you all meats and it's just dope. So, but anyway, I'm like, yo, let's leave. Since Detroit is an hour away, we need to hurry up and get up out of here. So he was like, all right, cool, So on the ride to Detroit, he's playing music and, he's playing our favorites, like favorites that we say that, is our songs, like we, from the OJs, Mobb Deep, Fantasia, Mary, Jodeci, Tamar. So he's playing all those. And mind you, I'm in it, but I'm still thinking about Motown. I'm like, yo, I'm really about to go see Motown today. Like, this is, a surreal moment for me. So, with all that being said, we get to Texas de Brazil, which is beautiful. They start bringing around the meats, and they bring down the leg of lamb. Y'all, my face light up like it was 5,000 Christmas lights in my face. I lie to you not, because I go crazy. So I'm going and I'm eating and what happens? A song pops into my head. And you know what song that was when I'm discussing this lamb chops? It's a joint by the Supremes. And it goes a little something like this. Here we go. I know y'all like, he is crazy. He is thinking about this song while he's eating lamb chops. Look, my world would be empty without lamb chops. So that's why that song came into my head. So after all that, I'm full as heck, y'all. Like, I ate so much food. I was full. My stomach was hurting. But I said, I'm not going to let this stomach, being in pain, mess up my day at Motown Museum. So we head on to Motown, about 10 minutes. We ride in, mind you, my stomach is hurting, but I don't even think it's hurting anymore, to be honest with you, because I'm so focused on getting there, seeing it, just touching it and everything. So I'm just so excited. So when bro pulls up and I see it, y'all, I just start smiling from ear to ear. It was like, oh my God, this is where, Marvin Gaye stepped. This is where Stevie was at. This is where, the Supremes, the Fords. I was like, this is Hitsville. Like, I'm here. Like, wow. So we're walking up, and they have the speakers out, and they got this like ice cream truck right in front of it. And it's not moving because it's just for the museum. And it's not moving. And you just see people outside and everything. And it's just dope. But then I'm hearing this. And I was like, this is going to be an epic day. And this is what I heard when I walked up to Hitsville. And it goes a little something like this. Baby, I need your loving. Got to have all your love. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, so hearing that, it was like, it's going down. I feel like this is going to be a life-changing experience for me. Like, for real. So, we go up. We have to wait until about 4:30 because we got there like 2:30. So, they said that we have the last tour to go through at 4:30 because it closes at 6. So we was like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? So we paid for the thing, and there's a gift shop. So we said, you know what? We'll go to the gift shop. I'll see if I can get some stuff for my mom, get some stuff for my friends, to bring, and get some for myself to bring some stuff back and everything. We walk in there, y'all. This is the one con that I have about Motown. Y'all tried it with the prices. The prices is out of control. A shirt for like $40? Oh no, that was a mistake. I will be on Amazon. I will be on something because I was like, oh no, I don't think so. Crazy. So we looked around, but we darn sure walked out of there with nothing. Because even, y'all, 2 CDs was $30. I don't need that because I got most of the Motown. So what the heck I need it for? But anyway, that's the only comment that I had about it. That's it. And, you know, we tried to take a picture in there because we didn't see the sign when it said no pictures. So we was like, we tried to take one. It was like, no pictures, no pictures. And we like, oh man. So we like, all right, we got maybe about 40 minutes to wait. So we go outside. We start taking our pictures in front of, you know, Studio A sign and Hitsville and everything. And, you know, we getting our pictures in, the selfies and all that good stuff. So we sitting on the side and we chilling and we look to our left and guess who walks out? Jermaine Dupri. Jermaine Dupri. We was like, what? Are you kidding me? Jermaine Dupri. So we shook his hand, you know what I'm saying, gave him the respect. Sim was like, yo, the legend. Like, he was like, I thank y'all, appreciate it. You know, I think he was with the Rap Game, the TV show that he got with the kids rapping and stuff. He was with them. And, you know, we ended up saying, you know, Sid took a picture with him. And I took it. And, you know, we just gave him his respect. And, you know, right after that, you know, he rolled on out or whatever. And then it was time for our tour. And then I started to get anxious. And with me being a historian of soul music, and I think I'm okay with it, and definitely knowing a lot of Motown from my mom and, you know, doing research myself, I was just ready to enter into this with, you know, maybe knowing a lot, but I wanted to learn new things. So I was just so ready for this. So we lined up. Our tour guide got us together, y'all, off the break. She was like, let me get y'all together right now. No pictures, no phones, no nothing. No chewing, no gum. I'm like, well, dang, we can't chew no gum. What about if we got bad breath and we need it? Like, what we supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? Well, it ain't me. They ain't got no bad breath, so they had to worry. But she got us together. But she was really, really nice. And, you know, she just had to do a job. It is what it is. So, after everything was done with the rules, she goes and she said, she looks us at a wall and we see all these, you know, pictures of these buildings or whatever, right? And it shows us the building that Berry Gordy started in 1961. And then it goes all the way to like 1973, if I'm not mistaken, because then it just shows that how everything began, the small building, and then in 73 where it was at. And it would just show that Berry Gordy, after he started making so much money, he started buying houses on the block next to each other. Like, and eventually he started owning darn near complete the whole block because it was like he started buying all these houses. And what's so crazy is each of these houses had, what is it? Each of these houses had such importance when it came to Motown, because each building stood for something. Artist development, dance rehearsal, business, finance, all this type of stuff that was going. It was like a big assembly line. You know what I mean? And that's what, you know, he needed to run Motown and keep it running. You know what I'm saying? So she's talking about this and kind of giving us a little bit of facts that I kind of already know already. So my mind is like just looking around and everything, and what happens? A song pops in my head. And you know what song pops into my head, which is crazy, because I really don't think about this song a lot, but this song just pops into my head. And this was it, and it goes a little something like this. Here we go. Do you love me now that I can dance? Watch me now, hey, push, oh, work it out, baby. So that song was on my mind while she's sitting there telling us about, you know, all these houses and the things that it did, and, you know, what each house stood for and all that good stuff. So a lot of that I knew, you know what I mean? So I'm just looking at my surroundings. So, you know, after that, she turns us to a wall, another wall, and she starts to explain the creation of the Motown Museum, which it was created by Berry Gordy's sister, Esther Gordy. And, you know, Berry left for L.A. in 1972, 73-ish, because he wanted to start getting into films and directing and getting more of that Hollywood money. You know what I'm saying? So, but everybody didn't want to leave. Everybody didn't want to leave. Esther didn't want to leave. She didn't want to leave. So Berry was like, all right, you take control of it. But after a while, you know, Esther will call Berry on the phone and say, yo, you got people coming out here in buses to come see the building so they can just feel the impact of Motown, because between 1959 and 1970, let's say 72, 73, Motown had a big impact, and people wanted to really walk on the grounds that Marvin Gaye made What's Going On, or Diana and the Supremes did the You Can't Hurry Love, and you know, just these hits. People wanted to kind of feel that, you know what I mean? So she was like, yo, we got to do something with this. You know what I'm saying? So with all that being said, in 1985, the Motown Museum was created, thanks to Esther Gordy. And it's crazy to see it now because she had a vision. She saw a vision telling Berry, and look what they have today. You have, it's like if you love music, Motown, you have to go see. Like, that's just what it is. Like, the Motown Museum, you have to go see it. You love soul music and you love everything about soul music, you gotta go see this museum so you can understand the history and feel it, because you feel the history when you're up in there. But I'm gonna get more into that. But after that, you know, our tour guide tells us that she's gonna take us into a room because we gotta watch a 15-minute to 20-minute video. And she said, look, if y'all feel like singing, y'all go on and sing. So y'all know me. By watching my videos, y'all know I'll be ready to sing. And I'm like, wait, she gave the green light? So, hey, if we can sing, I'm going to sing. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we walk into the room. Everybody sit down, because we had kind of a big group. And we all sit down, and the video comes on. And this is the first song that played out of there. And it goes a little something like this. My mama told me, you better shop around. Oh, yeah, you better shop around. Shop around. That's it. I want you to know now. Woo! So, when the video started, basically the video was about Berry starting Motown with a dream and believing in his dream. And then he had Smokey Robinson in his corner. So it just showed you that somebody with a dream, if you have a support system and they really rocking with you and they behind you on this dream and they believe in the dream with you, then it can happen. So they had interviewed, you know, some of the Funk Brothers, some music historians, Martha Reeves, and they were just explaining their experiences doing when they were creating this legacy. Like, it was just dope to me. And you know, one of the best parts about the film is I love when Smokey said when they would go on tour and, you know, it would be white over here and blacks over here. But then when they came back again, and with the second hit or the third hit or whatever, how many hits they had, it was like they were in the auditorium and everybody was dancing together. It just goes to show how much music, it doesn't matter about the color of your skin. Everybody is having a good time. And, you know, they definitely had to deal with a lot of that racism and things like that. But this is what music really, really did. And it was just so dope to watch. And for me, it really kind of, you know, with me, it kind of gave me a purpose. And it kind of made me see that I'm doing the right thing. Because, you know, I do my R&B soul blog that you guys hopefully watch and enjoy, and you know, I believe in this music so much that I want it to be mainstream again, like it was in the 60s, in the 70s, in the 80s, in the 90s, like that real mainstream R&B. We don't have that anymore. People kind of forget about the real R&B anymore, and it's redundant, I guess. And, you know, for me, I started this with an idea. I started with an idea. I'm always on social media talking about music. I'm always, you know, putting up a song, putting up an old song or anything. And I just had an idea one day. And that was 7 years ago. And now I have a website. I got over 180 subscribers that, you know, follow me and watch my videos and things like that. So it's just like, and then it brought me back to Barry when he had $800. $800 he started with, and look what he has today. And this was over a $800 loan. Like, for me, walking out of there, it gave me, after watching that video, it gave me hope. It was like, yo, Junior, you're doing the right thing. Keep doing it. Believe in yourself. You know what I'm saying? And people going to see the passion that you put into these videos, and they're going to understand where you're coming from. And then people going to get behind you and do things and help you. And also understand what you're trying to do, so we can get real R&B back on mainstream radio where it belongs, and not, you know, swept under the rug. You know what I mean? So it just, I left that video being very hopeful. And of course, with that, walking out of there, you know, getting that vision and getting an understanding and feeling hopeful, of course a song pops into my head. And come on, I'm really at Hitsville thinking about a dream of music with a blog and everything. And I'm like, this cannot be real. And that's why this song pops in my head. And it goes a little something like this. And you will see why. Here we go. Oh no, ain't nothing like the real thing, baby. Ain't nothing like the real thing. Woo! So I'm like, I'm really here. This is real right now. You know what I mean? So that was just an epic thing. Just feeling hopeful. So we walk up these stairs. We enter a room with these, all these pictures and everything on the wall. So she shows us the first picture of Barry's parents. His father was a handyman. And then showed us a little picture of Barry when he was young. And she explained that Barry was not a handyman. He wasn't about that life. Neither am I. So I totally understand what she meant when Barry, he was not the handyman. But then, you know, it was just good that they had all these pictures. Then you see when he was a fighter. He actually, you know what I'm saying? And Barry Gordy actually was a boxer. You know what I'm saying? He got his boxing on. And actually was on a car with the legendary Joe Louis. So that was crazy. And then you saw when he got drafted into the Army. And then after he got out, you know, he had a family and all this kind of stuff. So you know it was crazy that he started on the assembly line. And, you know, he started writing songs. And she said he started like hearing music from the assembly line by doing that. So then with all that, he got his own record store. And then, but nobody was coming, because you got to remember during that time, it was all about jazz. Everybody loved jazz. Nobody was about the blues. So he would have to run to go buy some jazz music to put in there, but nobody wanted to listen to it. Nobody wanted to listen to no blues. It was all about jazz. So that closed down, and finally he realized that he was a songwriter when he was back on the assembly line. So he started writing songs, and he wrote 3 songs for the legendary Mr. Excitement himself, Jackie Wilson. My grandfather loved him. He wrote 3 hits for him. And To Be Loved is one, and I forgot the other one. I can't think of it right now because I'm trying to come off the dome with it. It starts with a P. Petty P or something like that. But this is kind of like the one everybody really, really knows that he wrote. And it goes a little something like this. Here we go. Hopefully y'all really enjoying it. I hope y'all are, because I'm enjoying talking to y'all about it. But here we go. Goes a little something like this. Say you will. Say you will. Ba-boom. My heart is crying, crying. lonely teardrops. Hey, now we will never dry. Lonely teardrops. So Barry wrote those 3 songs. They were all hits. You know, he was getting awards for them. But y'all know Barry only got paid $3.90, y'all. $3.99. So he went to Smokey and told him about it. Smokey was like, yo, won't you build your own company? Won't you start your own thing? You know what I mean? And Barry was like, you know what, you're right. So he went to his family, asked for a $1,000 loan. They said no. So Barry kept being persistent. He went down and asked for $800 a loan. So, which was unreal that they had the document that Barry Gordy signed from his family for getting the $800 loan. And you saw the actual document that Barry Gordy started Motown with. $800. It was crazy. I know his family probably was pissed that they gave it to him because they gave him a year. They gave him a year to pay it back. And, yo, I bet you his family is like, oh my God. You know what I mean? Like, you just look like this is $800 and look what happened. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, he had a year to pay for it. And I guess you don't have to pay that back. Hello. But, he realized he had a lot to do when it started with Motown, and he knew he had a lot to do, so he started getting musicians like the Funk Brothers, and started getting singers, and started getting teachers and choreographers, and all this kind of stuff. And then you start looking on the wall to see pictures of the old, when Diane Ross came in, when her and Mary Wilson and Florence and another girl, I think her name was Barbara something, came in as the Primettes. They was rough. You hear me? They were rough. But Barry Gordy got them artist development, got them through beauty school, some etiquette classes, and they looked like superstars. They had the pictures when they first came in, and then you had the pictures after all the charm school and everything. They looked like superstars. You couldn't tell Miss Diana, because it was no longer Diane, it was Diana with her fur. You couldn't tell her nothing. So I knew she was singing this song like, with like, I'm a diva and y'all gonna accept it and y'all gonna earn it. And it went a little something like this. Mama said you can't hurry love. No, you just have to wait. She said love don't come easy. It's a game of give and take. You can't hurry love. No, you just have to wait. Diana with her nails, her pressed on nails and her wig. And you couldn't tell Miss Ross nothing. You hear me? After Barry paid all that money to get them kids together. You know what I'm saying? So just to see that, it was crazy. Then you looked at another wall where Barry had like over 10, you know, he had over 10 record, you know, labels. You know what I'm saying? And it was crazy because during that time with one record label, you only could have 3 artists playing at one time. So Barry found a loophole and was like, okay, I got to get all these artists played. So he had Gordy, he had Motown, he had Tambler, and Barry Gordy came up with his name. And one thing you will learn on this tour, that Barry Gordy will come up with some names. I'm telling y'all, like the names he was coming up with was crazy. I'm like, how did, like Motown, that was dope because it was the Motor City, but then it was the town, and then it was like Motown. Like that was dope. That was dope for real, for real. But then after that, she takes us into this room and tells us we're entering the Hitsville building, where Barry's room and house was upstairs. So when we walked in it smelled like 1964. It smelled ancient. It smelled like, you look to the side, you see the old kitchenette and you see the old refrigerator. And Miss Esther Gordy kept all this stuff. Like, they might have called her a hoarder, but still, she kept all this stuff. And you walked in and it smelled like ancient. And then, you know, then it was a red chair that sat there, and they showed where Marvin Gaye used to come in the house and sit and chill, because him and, you know, Barry had a connection, because you know, Marvin Gaye was married to his sister, Anna Gordy. So they say he would come in the house and just sit on that chair because, I mean, you know, hey, it is what it is. In my mind, I'm thinking, ain't that peculiar, ain't that peculiarity, ain't that peculiar. That's, mind you, I'm thinking about that song. But then we go there and then we go downstairs. And the first thing we see is the receptionist's desk where Martha Reeves was the secretary. So people had to come to her. And it was crazy because once you think of Martha Reeves and she's like definitely dealing with politics in Detroit and everything like that, it's like the first thing that came to mind to me when I started thinking about her is this. Come on. There you go. In New York City, all we need is music, sweet music. There'll be music everywhere. There'll be singing and singing and records playing, dancing in the street. Oh, I could sing that all day long. But just and then so we at the receptionist desk, and this is where Martha Reeves sat. She started telling us about the stars that came, like Beyonce, Usher, you know, Elton John, you know, Paul McCartney. So many of these stars coming in. Mind you, my mind ain't focused on that. I'm looking at all of the stuff in here that was so ancient, like the phones and then the, you know, the old cigarette vendor machines. Like, it was just crazy to see all this. And you know, the tour guide told us that since 1973, nothing in that room has been changed. Nothing. So you could smell it. Like, it smelled like 1973. Like, it did. And then when you looked at the pad, it said it was on the date March. I forgot the day, but it was 1973. And it was like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? So then she took us around, and we walked, and then we see the switchboard and all these old vendor machines, and she told us about the vendor machines. She said that Berry Gordy told the vendor guy every time he refilled it, make sure he kept the Babe Ruth candy in the same place because Stevie Wonder would know where to go to because he loved Babe Ruth, and we know he's blind, so he was able to just go and get what he can get. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have to worry about it, so that's why Barry was like, don't change it. You know what I mean? So then after that, we walk into the highlight of the Motown Museum with Studio A. Y'all, I got chills. Like, literally walking down. It took me a minute. I was walking slow because I ended up getting chills because I'm like, the Funk Brothers was here. Holla Doja Holland was here. Marvin Gaye, Stevie Wonder. All this. I'm like, all these classic records that I love to sing and was raised up on was right here. Like, it just gave me complete chills. And then all the piano and the drums and all the equipment was still there. And y'all, remember I came in with Please Mr. Postman. Marvin Gaye played drums on that song, and those drums was right in front of my face. Like, it was just like, oh my God, like I wanted to touch it, but you can't touch nothing in there. But I wanted to touch it so bad, y'all. But it was just like, yo, I'm literally here. I'm literally in front. I just cannot believe I'm in the same spot where David Ruffin and Eddie Kendricks and the Supremes, the Four Tops, the Isley Brothers, Marvin, Stevie, you know, all these Motown acts stood where I stood and made these classic records. Like, she showed us the coat hanger that David Ruffin put his coat on. They still had it there. Like, it was just amazing. Like, it was just a feeling that you cannot explain, like, at all. And it was like a surreal moment for me. And, you know, during this time, during this whole video, I say, y'all, I think about a song. I couldn't even think. I was just this was such a surreal moment. I could not believe that I was here. And before I started getting a little emotional, she was like, y'all see what's in front of y'all. And it was the lyric sheet to My Girl. And she said, we all gonna sing this together, and we gonna sing it, and we gonna do 2 to the left and 2 to the right. And she had us start singing My Girl, and it went a little something like this. Here we go. I got the month of May. I guess you say, what can make me feel this way? My girl, my girl, my girl. Talking about my girl, my girl. I got so much honey, the bees envy me. Woo! Oh man, so just to think, me singing this song over 60 years ago. No, it wasn't over 60 years ago. It can't be that. Over 50 years ago, the Temptations made this song and recorded this song, and I'm singing this song the same place they recorded. It was just so surreal. It was amazing. And after that, the tour was over. And that was my experience at the Motown Museum. The first thing I did while we was leaving, I shook the tour guide's hand because she was amazing. She made it fun. She had us laughing. She taught us a little bit. It was just an amazing, amazing thing. And right after I got out, what did I do? I called my mama. I said, Mama, this was a lifetime experience. I was telling her everything, and she was like sounding so excited. She was like, but I gotta say one thing. I am very jealous of you right now. So when she did all that, and I was just explaining and telling her, Mom, this, because, you know, the reason why I really got into music, Motown, because of her. And she used to read a lot of autobiographies, so she read Berry Gordy's To Be Loved book. She read Diana's book. She read Mary Wilson's book. Like, she read a lot of those, so we kind of knew a lot of that, but just to be in it, it was just amazing. I told her, Mom, we'll be back. We're going to experience that together because we have to. It's like a 360 for me. Like, this is the music that was my first real sound that I really, really took hold to, and then I'm able to visit that. It was just a whole 360 for me. So it was just so dope. And it was like, once we got in the car, because I was talking to my mom while we was walking to the car, and then when we got in the car, Sid got on the phone, and he called Mama Alicia and Pops Keith, and we talked. He put them on speaker, and we talked the whole time. We was just, stuff that I didn't see, he saw. Stuff that I saw, he didn't. And we were just trying to, you know, tell him about it and everything. And they were laughing at my craziness because I was still in awe, like this just happened. So it was just such an amazing thing. And with all that, that was really my trip in a nutshell, for real. It was a life-changing moment. I think everybody should experience that. If you love music and you want to learn your history, I will recommend you go to the Motown Museum. You will not regret it. I'm telling you guys. You know, this generation needs to understand you got to know your history. Because you don't know where you're going if you don't know where you've been. And you have to know about Motown. That's why I respect Jermaine Dupri when he brought his kids there from that show. Because they got to learn about history. They got to learn the music industry. Because Motown changed music. It changed how we listen to it, how it's presented to the world. Like, everything about Motown just changed. So you gotta know about Motown. And again, I say y'all should definitely check it out. Yo, this video is darn near an hour long, but I was so ready to talk to y'all about this experience that I have. And you really, really will not regret going. And with that being said, I'm gonna end it on a song that Smokey definitely believes that y'all should go because he agrees with me. And we're going to end with this song. And it goes a little something like this. And here we go. I second that emotion. Say if you feel like giving me the lifetime of devotion. I sector that emotion. And on that note, I'm out, y'all. Shout out to my brother Sin. Shout out to my mama Alicia. Shout out to my pops Keith. To my sister Tot for showing me a beautiful time in Detroit. I can't wait to come again. But y'all, go visit the museum. You will not deny it. And I'm out, y'all. Peace.